United States not on EU's safe travel list, diplomats say.
Here's a summary of the article.
Brussels, the United States is not on a safe list of destinations for non-essential travel due to be unveiled by European Union governments later on Tuesday, 3 diplomats said. The 27-member bloc is expected to give outline approval to leisure or business travel from Wednesday to 14 countries beyond its borders when they vote on the list by midday Brussels time, the diplomats said. The vote is aimed at supporting the EU travel industry and tourist destinations, particularly countries in southern Europe hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. The list must be passed by a qualified majority of EU countries, meaning 15 EU countries representing 65% of the population. The list will act as a recommendation to EU members, meaning they will almost certainly not allow access to travellers from other countries, but could potentially set restrictions on those entering from the 14 nations. Greece is mandating COVID-19 tests for arrivals from a range of EU countries, including France, Italy, the Netherlands and Spain, with self-isolation until results are known. British residents can also travel to many EU countries, although non-essential travellers to Britain are required to self-isolate for 14 days.
This post received a score of 38,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
United States not on United States safe travel list either.
Oh, it's fine as long as you're traveling from red to red state or blue to blue state. Otherwise prepare to be lynched if you wear a mask in a red state, and prepare to throw a shit fit when you're turned away by businesses in a blue state for not following guidelines. We're so divided right now it's sickening.
You'd think not spreading disease wouldn't really be a political issue, but here we are.
Like anything, it shows how successful the media are at dividing literally any issue to exist into something political for clicks and views.
And how good our leadership is at doing nothing about that. The media isn't twisting words, it doesn't have to.
American here, a bunch of us agree with this and hope our states put other states on not safe travel lists. We in Connecticut are on a list of states you can count on one hand that are trying to handle this right. Instead of a voluntary self-quarantine as was already passed, we should be completely restricting travel. I know, it's unconstitutional and can't be done, especially to and from places like Florida, Texas, Alabama, all these states where coronavirus is spiking because they refuse to take it seriously. We shouldn't have to pay because they failed to act.
From Alabama, and I hope they ban travel to and from the state. Maybe that will help the state wake up, but I know for a fact that 20K could die tomorrow and there would be people more worried about college football than people. To be fair, I have attended 2 of the last 3 national championship games for college football. I love football, but I love my grandmother and all older persons more.
Grandma died so I could roll Tide. Yee-haw.
FYI, regarding the topic of the EU ban, the ban is not so much a ban but a recommendation for all member states to lift restrictions on certain countries and implement it together. Border control is the responsibility of member states themselves, the EU can only recommend. So it remains to be seen if some member states are going to following in coordination or if certain countries are going to do something else. Annex 2 also states that certain people are exempt from this regulation: diplomats, academic students, seafarers, seasonal workers etc.
However, if you don't follow the guidelines, other countries can close their borders to you.
When you have open borders and one country doesn't play for the team, that's what happens. Yes. Denmark, by the way, is excluded from these recommendations.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.